Yes, guys, welcome from me. It's Championship Manager 0102, part 3 of Garry Johnston's save. Now, I think I gave a bit of a spoiler out on the last version because I knew he'd moved on. I think it was the end of season, was it end of season 5, something like that? I think I put it out that he'd moved to Juventus. Well, I think I fucked it up. I got that wrong. It wasn't Juventus. So, I'm completely blind here. Completely blind. I downloaded the save that he sent me yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to do the videos yesterday, so here we are. I do know who he is. That's all I know, and I'm not telling you. Not yet. You'll see it in a minute. I was going to say, I was taking a bit of an age. It's because I've got a slightly different install, remember. Okay. My install is I have the contract protection on, he doesn't, but that doesn't affect this video. Okay, are you ready? Are you fucking ready? He's Inter Milan. He's Inter Milan. Okay, so let's firstly take a look at... let's take a look at... So he left in 08. Now, is that when I forget when the last video was, to be honest with you. Do you know what? I actually think that might have been... So it looks like he's played a season then. So this is a good... Okay, so we're at the end of... 8... Okay. So we're at the end of season 8 then. Okay, I'm sure it might have been season 7 then. So this is a good time. So he's had a season at Inter Milan. Let's see where he finished. He won the title from Roma. So he's brought the glory days back to Inter Milan. Let's have a look now then at his squad. Let's have a look at goalkeepers. Let's just clear that. Okay. Yeah, some quality goalkeepers there. Defenders. Oh, Bagger, that's a Belarusian, isn't it? The thing I don't like about Bagger is I don't like his positioning. I think he's... You know, he's not got the position to be a central defender, but he's not got the passing to be a defensive midfielder. So, I'm intrigued to know where you've been playing him, Garry. Oh, there you go, defensive midfield. Okay, fair enough. Neto Silva. Decent right back. Decent indeed. The Colombian, okay. Oh, Mario Yeeps. I did make a go for him on my game. Belic, I like Belic. I think I remember seeing him at some point. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't look at him because he's a regen, obviously. I think I'm getting confused with somebody there. Zori is a versatile fullback. Brett Emerton always turns into a fucking monster player. Emerton. See. So he's brought Carlos Henrique from Ajax with him. Good move. He's got some good attributes, no doubt about that. I think he'd be a little bit disappointed not to have got a better rating than 7.1 over him. 7.10 shall I say, sorry. Okay, let's go to midfielders. Don't even know who he is, but decent player. Nakata, is that the Nakata? He must have already been here. No, he bought him. Okay, well, we'll see that. Hersey, what a fucking... That's obviously his marquee signing for this season. Hersey, what a player. Absolute great player. Marquee signing, I mean, he's obviously utilised him immensely at Ajax. So that's a great signing there, Garry. Brilliant. Baronov, I don't know who he is, but looks a good... Oh, he's a regen, obviously. Great player. Looks decent. Bit of potential there. Ivic. Derek Boateng. John de Jong. That's another Holland-based player. Not a bad signing, to be fair. I'm surprised. Was that panic buying, was it maybe? Panic buying? I mean, he did a good job of him. Or tie him over for the rest of the season. Donati, of course, I've got him in my 7-Up game. That I was told he is the Italian version of Mark Kerr. So, Donati, I do know a little bit about him. Okay, let's go to the up front then. Right. Kirillov. Kirillov, what a fucking player. Another monster player. Had a good season last season. Certainly played his part in their title-winning triumph. Sigalko. Okay, great signing. So, didn't get Sigalko, or whether he went for him or not, I don't know, at Ajax. But he obviously moved to Besiktas, and that is a great signing. He can make all the difference. Absolute superb. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, interesting. So he must have been available on a Bosman. Must have been letting his contract run down at Ajax, or he just picked them up on a free, I don't know. That was last season, but he certainly did a good enough job last season, didn't he, in the games that he had. Well done there. And that's it. Let's see if he's got anybody. Oh, look who's in the reserves. Why is he in the reserves is beyond me. I see, probably because he's 31. He's Constantino, what a player. He brought him with him from Ajax last season. Didn't really use him that much though, quite surprisingly. I don't know who the fuck he is, but what a player. Oh, he's brought him from Ajax. So another Bosman from Ajax there. Great player. Oh, look, he looks really, really good. Absolutely, he looks fucking amazing. And I'm intrigued to see if you're going to use him this season, Garry, because I think he'll be fucking brilliant. He could give Sagalko a run for his money, whoever the fuck he is. Whoever he's a regen of. I'm not sure. I'm sure you know those somewhere. Let's go to the rest now then. Nice. DeLuca's on the bench. Rakuba. Nice Uruguayan centre-half there. Look at that. Lovely. I see you gave him a few games last season. Let him earn his stripes in the reserves this season. Clarence Seedorf. Is he leaving? Well, he's hoping to get rid of him, that's for sure. Seedorf has a high injury prone, don't he? No? I thought he did, but okay. Did well last season, but I get why he wants to try and cash in on him. Of course he does. No one else of interest, I think it's fair to say. Yep. So let's see how much money Gary's got. Yeah, he's got a bit of money. A bit of money to spend. Okay, let's see if he's got any deals in the pipeline. Sampaio, defensive midfielder. He's coming on a Bosman. Oh, what a fucking player, Garry. Look at that. That is an absolute monster player coming there. Who's he a regen of? So he really has got a fucking team and a half here, hasn't he? Let's just go to his main squad. So yeah, he's got. Let's have a look at his. Yeah, he's still playing the same sort of. What do we call it? I call it the boom setup because I've got my own tactic like that, and I call it boom. So he's got an absolute great squad. Let's just take a look at how Ajax did last season then, without Garry. Ah, they lost the title, of course they did. And the manager is Ruud Gullit. Fuck Ruud Gullit, he's a dick. So I'm sure you're really pleased about that, Garry. I know I would be if it was me. Let's take a look and see. Let's see what they fucked up with. 75 points. So there you can see back in season 2, Garry did it as the Unbeatables. He did it without losing a game. So absolutely great stuff, Garry. 7 titles of Ajax. Brilliant. Let's just see. Were you in the Champions League last season with Inter Milan or anything? Oh, UEFA Cup. Okay. And you won it. That is fairy tale. And the reason that's fairy tale, I thought Sagalko was marquee this season. Hang on. Okay, I got that wrong, didn't he? It was last season. Apologies for that. The reason that is fairy tale is because Garry, being Scottish, is a big, big, big Rangers fan. Therefore, he's a big, big, big anti-Celtic fan. Is that Richie Partridge? So yeah, that is a great result, and I'm really pleased you did that, Garry, because you know I've also got, not as much as you, but I've got a big, big hatred for Celtic, and mine's a lot, but I know it's not as much as yours. But yeah, so UEFA Cup glory, absolutely brilliant. So obviously I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong here, Garry, the objective this season is going to be to make an assault on the Champions League. I would imagine that's your objective. Oh, and look at you. Hang on. No fucking way. You're fucking joking me. You're fucking telling me that Rangers won the Champions League on golden goal. Lundberg in... Oh my fucking days. That is ridiculous, isn't it? So Rangers... let's just have a look. So Rangers did the triple last season, it looks like. They won the Cup, the Scottish... I'm sure you've already looked at that, Garry. But that is... I bet you went into the editor and gave Rangers, more money and upped all their players. No, I'm joking. Okay, so he's got Rangers coming up in the Super Cup. Having won the UEFA Cup, He's got the Super Cup, and then he's got what they call the Super Cup in Italy, but it's the equivalent to the Charity Shield. He'll take on Lazio. So did he get knocked out in the... Yeah, oh, I see. Lazio knocked him out in the Cup semi-finals. They won the first leg 3-0, although he won the second leg 2-1. Damage was done. That's harsh. That is a harsh first leg defeat. That is. I'd be fucking livid with that. I really would. What were they playing? Okay. Let's just have a look at that return game. I mean, it was a big ask, weren't it, to try and overturn a 3-0. I think, was that when you said you were one person short of his entire stadium? I remember seeing a message, one person short of his entire 84,441. Oh, no, my apologies. I know there was a match that you said you were one person short of a complete sellout, and that's where your money's going to be really good. So, great stuff, Gary. Absolute great. We'll be looking forward to part 4, sorry, and see what season 9 has for us, because, you know, I'm sure if we look at the manager stats, you are number 1 in Italy, and you are number 3 overall. Yeah, that's bullshit, isn't it? That's complete bullshit. Gary, I've got a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind me asking. Any intentions to take any international jobs to add that little bit of twist to the save? I'm guessing no, because you don't really speak much about that sort of side, and I get that. I totally get that. But this is really, really good work, Gary. And do you know what? There's very little things that I would question, if I'm truly honest with you. I would say, I get why you've got Constantino, because you want to cash in on him. If you're only going to get 2.7 for him, I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't be getting rid of him to Roma. I would probably keep him and not get rid of him to Roma. But I would, if you get rid of him, then I would be bringing Gomez up, and I'd be having 3 strikers fighting for that one slot. I mean, Zlatan Ibrahimovic can do a good job. I don't think he's a starter though. I think it's a Brazilian in Sigalco for me. But you've certainly got some good players. I'm intrigued to know who's on your agenda. Let me just have a look at Bagger a minute, because, like I said, my issue with Bagger, and the only reason I learnt about him was when I did a Belarus save. My issue is, he's not, like I said, the position and the passing. But, do you know what? I don't know. Gary, let me know your views on how you've gone with this guy. That being said, you've got that fucking Brazilian guy coming through as a DMC on a Bosman, and I think he's brilliant. He really is absolutely brilliant, Gary. So that is Gary's save, part 3, guys. Anything you want to see or add to this save? Anything you want to ask Gary? Ask in the comments, because he will respond. And anything you want doing on CM, guys, let me know, and I will happily do it for you. So until next time from me, guys, take it easy.